Are you following Super Rugby Pacific? Stick around, I'll share my insights for round 12. I'll look at who's in a life and death situation in terms of where they are on the ladder. I'm also going to cover off on all the big games across the weekend. Hey everyone, it's Coach H here. You've found Inspired by Union, a channel where I discuss Southern Hemisphere rugby. Let's dive right in. So week 12, Super Rugby Pacific, I've got my match of the round, 1v2. Two big Kiwi sides and the Canes and the Blues face off against each other. Really quality matchups elsewhere across the round. We have the Rebels and the Reds jostling for position. The Landers and the Crusaders face off in a battle of the South. Can the Highlanders end the Crusaders season early? Hurricanes versus the Blues. Well, rugby fans have been eyeing this clash off for a few weeks now. Two quality sides that match up evenly on paper. I'm particularly looking forward to the loose forwards battle, where it's experience from the Blues versus youth from the Hurricanes. Brett Cameron, BC, continues to fly under the radar. If he gets going this weekend, there must be some serious discussions at the All Blacks selection table regarding his composure. The battle of two young fullbacks that this year have gone about their business is also going to be epic. A big performance from either man could open up the door for higher honours. I'm going with the Canes by 3. Moana Pacifica versus the Chiefs. The Chiefs will have too much firepower for this contest, and wrapping up a bonus point victory, avoiding injuries, that would be a tick in the box for McMillan. Moana are an improved side this season, but they're probably just lacking a couple of high-end professional players to drag their group through. I'd love to see some of the experienced Polynesian players based in the UK and France coming down for 2 seasons at the back end of their careers after they've cashed in. Perhaps recruiting a player like one of the Vunipola brothers on a 2-year deal with a 1-year deal as an assistant coach tacked onto the end could be a way to give the young players within the squad, professionals in the environment, to mimic and grow themselves off. I've gone Chiefs by 14. Reds versus the Rebels. Come on, Brisbane rugby fraternity, come out and support your side. By no means the finished article, this Queensland side is exciting to watch. Yes, they do need to find consistency. They have dropped a couple of games they should have won. But last week in Christchurch, they were partying like it's 1999. I'd love to see a couple of more thousand bums on seats in Suncorp this week. The Rebels were aware they had a tough run home. They would have targeted this match as a winnable game on the road. It's quite possible, but we just don't know what Rebel side's going to show up. I've gone the Reds by 7. Highlanders versus the Crusaders. No love from either of these sides who are based north or south of the Great Waitaki River, and Landers fans would love nothing more than ending the Crusaders season early. Williams and Taylor are huge ins for the visitors, whilst the group returns from the opening weekend of duck shooting season. A southern pilgrimage for good rural folk. Cameron Miller is once again tasked with steering the ship around in Dunedin. His matchup with Havili will be key. I've gone with the Landers for an upset at home by 3. Waratahs versus the Brumbies. These teams just don't like each other, and I get a feeling Sydney siders get riled up by the fact that little brother has been the most successful of the Super Rugby franchises in Australia to date. Look for the loose forward battle, particularly Kale versus Holloway. Two contrasting styles. Whoever gets the upper edge in this one could go a long way to having a say in the final outcome of this game. The Tars have had a dismal season to date, and sacking Coleman, to me, that's an easy way out. Players, they also need to take accountability. Brumbies by 7. Force versus the Ndrua. Saying that the Force didn't perform well in New Zealand is an understatement, but this Jekyll and Hyde outfit has it in them to turn it around quickly at home. The Ndrua absolutely gutted after they performed so well in Canberra, but departed without a bonus point. They'll be looking to solidify their position in the 8 this week. The Force got good news with the signing of Darcy Swain announced this week. Simon Cron must do a great job as a salesman in terms of giving a vision for incoming players. He's recruited well. They're looking to have a very healthy looking roster for 25. In a tight yet open affair, I've got Indrua winning by 7. If you're finding these insights helpful, consider subscribing, hitting the bell for more insights every week. Apologies for the video quality on the last 2 releases. Currently traveling in Asia, of which I'm totally grateful for, and the hospitality in Singapore and Thailand has been fantastic as always. I can't wait for this week's round of games. I hope your team does well. I'm Coach H, and you've been watching Inspired by Union.